My name is Amir Rouhandeh. I'm a VR/AR creator. The story of my entry into the Instagram effect design goes back to the beginning of the corona epidemic. But before that, I was a 360 photographer and virtual tour provider. Early in the pandemic and the closure of businesses and exhibitions, I started learning Blender 3D software to create virtual exhibitions using 360 rendering techniques. But I wanted a feature to make my virtual exhibition unique. So I started to research and finally I got acquainted with CreatAR Studio software and figured out that I could use 360 photos in Instagram filters and provide a feature for visitors to take selfies with artworks in virtual exhibition, and that was the point. Since those days, football matches decided to be held behind closed doors. I started designing popular clubs' 360 stadium effects, and it led to my first client effect order. I designed the Juventus Tour effect for the most giant fan page of this team, and it was so huge for me. And I realized this platform is exactly where I can do great things and started to design more effects. I designed some event effects such as Engineers Day, Programmers Day, and Firefighters Day. In the last 2 years, I've designed several effects for different clients and brands with a variety of subjects using 2D, 3D designing, animations, and programming, depending on demands. Since Instagram is the most popular social application in my country, I try to choose subjects that make users feel happy to spread positivity. For example, the dark coffee effect is based on the lovely characters of the most popular comedy series in recent decades in Iran. Also, the Joker filter is based on a trending TV show whose main theme is "Don't laugh if you can." Of course, not all of my effects are related to the present. For example, the idea of designing this effect is from an ancient character who welcomes people to the new year by dancing in the street on the last days of the year. Also, this character has been shown in a different way in the past, which was a puppet guy. And I've also made this kind of effect to spread a good feeling among people and make them happy. Hi Rahil, thanks for your invitation. I'm so delighted to meet you here. And I'm gonna introduce myself. I'm from Iran. I started creating filters on CreatAR Studio since April 2020. Before that, I was a 3060 photographer and I was a virtual tour provider. But after COVID and closure of businesses, I decided to make virtual exhibitions and looking for an innovation to create virtual tours. So I researched and find out I could make 360 experiences in Instagram filters and let people to virtually involve the exhibitions and take selfies with artworks, and it was so awesome. It's my point to start Spark AR. And after that, I've created so many filters and almost reached more than 40 million times of impression in all of my effects. And I'm here and so delighted to meet you, Indian guys, and all rest of the world. Before starting, I gotta introduce the effect. It's glowing hearts. I created it for Valentine's 2021, and as you can see, it's reaches more than 7 million times, 7.2 million times. And if you want to see how it works, it's just using a particle system, and it
follows a heart shape using math. And I'm gonna show you how I created this. Before we go to the Spark AR, I want to show you how math can reproduce the path of heart shape. You just need to search heart shape formula, and I've chosen one of the simplest way to reproduce the heart shape, and it's here. Uh, I chose the third item, and if I zoom, you can see the formula, uh, which we have x and y in the axis in the Spark AR, and for the third variable we have t, which refers to time, and we have to produce this element with a looping animation. So let's jump in to Spark AR. As you can see, uh, this is a preview of the effect. And if I activate, I don't think it's working because I'm using my webcam on another application. Okay, so we're gonna produce the formula. If I show you the patch editor, I have a emitter here, a particle system. As you can see, the position of it is connected to my formula, which is from this item. I used a loop animation, which is simple loop animation. You can access it here by searching. And the duration is 5 seconds. And as you can see in this formula, we have t from -1 to 1, but the progress of loop animation is always from 0 to 1. So I have to extend it to -1 to 1. So I use a simple function called toRange. You can also access it by searching here. And then I use math to create the formula like sine, cosine, and absolute, and multiply them, and it's just math. And we pack x and y here, and 0 to always should be 0, because we are transferring the emitter in a 2D space, and connect them to the position. And it will produce the path shape of my horse, and in a duration of 5 seconds you can extend this, and also you can reduce the duration, and it goes the higher speed of shape creation. And I also used some of CreatAR patch, which you can search it from area library to produce glitter and effects. And so simple, just use a glitter texture, which you can see it here. And it's two different with material. Sparkle 1 is almost pink, and Sparkle 2 is almost white. And you can see different sparkle here. And one other thing, as you can see, the color of my heart is moving from light pink to the red, and I created it using some scripts. But if you aren't a pro to use a script and create a script, you can use another AR patch from AR library. You can search it here. I also added it, but you can search for here shift, and when you add it here, you can add your texture here. Where's my heart shape? It's here. Connected to the patch and go to the material and texture, adding it here, and you can see it will colorful in a loop animation, but you can also go to the hue shift and change the tolerance color of the threshold of colors here. But it's so good for the users who can't use the scripts, and you can change the color here. So I also use the LUT rectangle here, which provide a effect more darker, because if you use this effect on a light screen like this, as it's shining, it will not great in visual, but if you add let me uncheck this. If you don't add a darker rectangle here, you will see this, and in the white background you will not have any heart shape. But if I edit this and show the visibility, you can have the all experiences here and have this cool effect, and that's it. I hope you enjoy this, and it was so simple, I think, and it's done.